Hi, my name is Ty, and I'm going to tell you about how I went back to college at the age of 37. It all started when I was in high school. I did dual credits through one of the four-year universities. I took advanced algebra and speech as my two dual credits. And then after I graduated from high school at the age of 18, I did um, I did one semester on my four-year university, but I didn't like it. Um, I didn't like how the university was ran at the time. The teachers, a lot of times, they wouldn't even show up for class. They'd say that if you have any questions, they'll be in their office from 1 o'clock to 1:30 in the afternoon. And all semester, I'd go to that office, and it would always be locked. There was nobody there. And yeah, they didn't even show up for class. They were just there to collect the paycheck. So I didn't want to be there. My mom wanted me to go to college. So I talked to my brothers that were still in high school and all their buddies, and they're like, yeah, when we all graduate, we're going to go to a two-year university instead and get associate's degrees instead of the four-year bachelors. And I was like, well, I should do that too. So I transferred out of there after that semester, and I got my associate's degree, and I finished that up at the age of 20 years old. And then I spent the next 17 years on the workforce, and I'd always planned on eventually going back for the bachelor's degree, but life just got in the way. You know, you always want things, the golden handcuffs to your paycheck, you know. And then at the age of 37, I was just, it just felt right to go back. I was ready, and everything. So I talked to a lot of my friends that went back in their 30s, because there were so many people in my community that were going back for their two-year LPN degree for nursing and stuff like that. And I was like, well, now would be a good time for me to do that. And I was like, do you have any pointers for me? And they all told me, going back as an adult, you have so many, how to say it, you have your homeowner's insurance and all these other things. When you're a younger student, mom and dad are paying for your health insurance and all that kind of stuff. Responsibilities is what it comes down to anyways. And they said that they all saved up and paid cash. For many years they were saving. And I'd actually been saving for many years too. And so I went ahead and I was always keeping track of how much I was going to need. I called up the university system of how much tuition is, how much of the books, and all of that. And I had enough put away to do it. So I went ahead and I put in my resignation on a Friday. And on Monday, I started my class in January of 2022. And it was amazing. I have to admit, when I first went to college, I was miserable. You watch all the movies and everybody's like, oh, college is the funnest time of our years. I hated college the first time because you're dirt poor, living on ramen noodles. You don't have any money to do anything fun and all that. And high school students, you know, they don't realize how lucky that they were, you know, getting to enjoy mom and dad's cable TV and mom and dad's little Debbie snacks in their cupboard and all that, all mom and dad's luxuries. But going back the second time, you know, I already own my own house. I have all my things and toys that I enjoy. So yeah, it's been great. I have to admit that the first month of going back to school though, it was pretty stressful because everything's done different than it was 19, 20 years ago when I went the first time. They've gone to what they call Blackboard, where the students have to hand in their assignments online rather than you hand it in paper, and that's how a lot of your assignments are given. And let's see what else here. Yeah, a lot of my other classmates here, like I have a couple of girls in my class that are 36 years old going back for their RN. I guess they already had their associates as an LPN, but they wanted the big pay raise. One of my classmates, he's a guy, he's 42 years old. We've got a 65-year-old guy, which he's not actually getting his bachelor's degree, but he is getting his, brush up on some of his skills in the workforce there. And as for the health insurance issue, okay, I actually, I was paying the health insurance. I just went through normal Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I went with the catastrophic plan. So I was paying $340 a month for the first semester out of my pocket, which was very expensive. And I'd never been a fan of Obamacare. I didn't really understand it or anything. So I started watching some YouTube videos on it. And and I would definitely want to stay with Blue Cross Blue Shield because I didn't want to go with something that a lot of providers wouldn't accept or whatever. And then I found out that actually with Obamacare, that you get your own insurance, you get your own insurance plan through a Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's just that they subsidize it. They pay your bill, because I do get a monthly bill, and it's actually 100% free. But I didn't do that until July of this year. So I did go like 5 months or whatever of paying it on my own. But now it's 100% free. But it is a catastrophic plan, though. It is a $7,000 deductible on it. So a person just has to make sure they keep the deductible, the $7,000 in savings account in case something bad would happen. And that was the big confusing thing for me and a lot of other people there, is that it is based on your yearly income. With me as a student, I have no job for the entire year, and I'm not planning on getting a job at all, not even part-time, during my entire years before I get my bachelor's degree. And what else here? We talked about saving up and paying cash. Talked about the health insurance. And me, I am doing 18 credits because when I went the first time, I do remember our teacher said if you're not in football or you don't have a job, which most of the students didn't have a job back when I went, 19, 20 years ago, but a lot were in football, track, basketball, volleyball, and all that. And they would do like 14 credits, but they said for a student like me that does this full time, we were expected the 18. So that, I guess that's the level I set myself up for coming back. So I did the full 18 credits for that first semester. And that, like I said, getting used to that blackboard was very stressful in the very beginning. But thank God, all my classmates here in the freshman class, they were so nice, and they took me under their wing and showed me the ropes and all that, because they'd been dealing with the coronavirus too. Over at their school. So and then let's see here. Oh, as for prices here, you don't have to go to like a big university like Moorhead State University or North Dakota State University or University of North Dakota. There are tons of smaller universities within each state that you live in, and they are so much more affordable. And that's what I ended up doing. I ended up going to one of the smaller universities with only a little over 1,000 students in it. And because like NDSU and Moorhead, you're looking at about $20,000 a year expenses for a student. These here, I'm paying under $5,500 a semester for 18 credits, and then the books I'm running about $1,200 a semester. And another thing I'd like to mention is go to summer school as well. 20 years ago, summer school, you thought of that as more if you flunked or something. It's not like that here. Most of these students are going back to college during summer school and just working straight through. And how that works is during your normal 18 credit semester, during the normal school year, 18 credits is 6 classes that you're doing in a week. But during the summer there, I was told to do 2 classes over the summer. So that's a total of 6 credits, and it worked out perfect. After you get off your spring semester, they give you 2 weeks of vacation to kind of just relax. Then you come back for your first class, and you do that for 5 weeks. And then you get 4 days off over the 4th of July. And then you come back for your second class of the summer, which lasts 4 weeks. And then you get another 2 weeks of summer vacation before you go into the fall semester. So you're just all rested up. And then plus you will get Christmas vacation off, and you always get your spring break and all that. So you won't burn yourself out. And that was the big thing to me. I did not want to burn myself out. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to talk about how my credits transferred over from before too, because I'm guessing that many of you might have an associate's degree from earlier in life. Okay, one of my coworkers at my old employer, he told me his son got a 2-year associate's degree to be an electrician, and he went out in the workforce for, I don't know, maybe 6 months. He did not like it. He wanted a desk job. So he went back and talked to a 4-year university, and they said that your 2-year associate's degree counts as 1 year towards your 4-year bachelor's degree. So that knocked him down to three years. And I went ahead and I talked to the university that I was going to go to, and they said, "Yep, that's right." And then also, I'd actually gone to this university fresh out of high school too for 1 semester, so it knocked me down to 2.5 years of school. And then, like I said, those dual credits sure helped. And the degree that I'm going for is just a normal business degree. It's not the business administration one. I originally was going for the business administration one, and with that one there, my advanced algebra from high school that I did through the college, that wasn't enough. They said I would need a second math class, which was calculus, which I did take calculus back in high school, and I was one of the smartest kids in my class. But 20 years of forgetting so much of that stuff, I did not want to take that on. So I was like, I'll just take the normal bachelor's degree or the normal business degree. And there's like no difference between the classes really, between this normal business degree and a business administration degree. All it is a different title on your actual diploma. And yeah, all I would have needed was that calculus or whatever. And the way I'm looking at it is the employers, they don't care about just that diploma. They care about what you have to bring to the table. And so that's what matters to me, I guess. Yeah, and that's about it. So if you like this video, like and subscribe if you want to hear more of this content. Have a great day, my friends.